Would you follow your own lead? Most men, when they hear this question, they feel a slight sting or hesitation inside of them. And this immediately highlights the gap between the leader that you are today and the leader that you know you could be. And in this video, we're going to be reducing that gap. Because that leader is inside of you, a man that lives in alignment with the fullest of his potential. And being that leader starts with your ability to lead yourself. This leadership is something that you prove to yourself first. You become the embodiment of this standard. You become the man that you would follow. And in this video, I'll give you the 5 areas that you must master when it comes to self-leadership, so that you become the man that you would follow and also that other people would follow. And I'll phrase these areas in questions. The first one is, would you trust your own word? Are you a man of your word? When you say something gets done, does it get done? I remember a time when I was studying and there was this guy that had to send me a document. And he said, yeah, I'll send it today. And on the day, I didn't receive it. And the next day I texted him like, hey, could you still send me that document? Oh, sorry, I completely forgot. I'll do it when I get home. And you guess it, I didn't receive it. The next day I didn't receive it. I texted him again. Oh, I'm sorry, I completely slipped my mind. And after quite some time and follow-ups, I eventually received the document. And in this little interaction, I could feel my trust and confidence in him slowly disappear. And it wasn't that he was a bad person or something, but I started to question, can I really trust him? And it seems so small and so insignificant. It's just a document. Like, what does it matter? But he gave me his word when it comes to I'll send it today, and he didn't follow through on this. So can I really trust him when he gives his word to something? And that's why whenever you give your word to something, doesn't matter if it's big or small, you have the opportunity to build your trust and build your confidence in yourself or to completely destroy it. And this is not just in the way that you relate to yourself, but also in the way that other people relate to you. Every broken promise is a vote against the man that you know you could be. And you want to build a reputation of someone that gets things done, that follows through on his word. When people talk about you, what do you want them to say? It's like, oh yes, Jack, when he says he's going to do something, he will do it. And what if you would even exceed expectations? Oh, when Jack says he will do it, like he will do it better than you can ever imagine. If you build a reputation like this for yourself and the way that others view you, you have no idea how many doors and possibilities will open up for you if you are that guy. And that's why it's so important that you follow through on your word consistently, even with all the small little things that seems so insignificant. Just like being on time. When you say you're going to be on time somewhere, are you on time? Or are you 5 minutes late? And some people will say, oh, what do these 5 minutes even matter? But it's you not following through on your word. So just imagine that you follow through on every single thing that comes out of your mouth. Every single word, every single thing that you give your word to. At that moment, your word becomes a creative weapon because your word starts carrying this energy of confidence and commitment and devotion. So when you say you're going to do something, it will get done. So every single time you speak something, you start to speak it into existence. And that's how powerful your word becomes. The second thing is, are you showing up when no one is watching? So let's imagine a film crew is following you around and they are recording every single thing that you're doing. And after quite some time, they will make a video or let's say a documentary, a movie out of everything that they've recorded. And they will show this to the people that you care about. Your family, your girlfriend, your friends, your colleagues, your boss, your clients. Everyone will see this documentary about your life. What would they see? Would they see that you snoozed 3, 4, 5 times, that you woke up an hour later than you planned to wake up, that you were slacking at work, that you were doing the bare minimum, that you are cheating on your meals, that you are scrolling on social media for hours on end, that you are watching all these YouTube videos, that you are procrastinating on these tasks or maybe even on your dreams? When they see this movie about you, would you feel proud to show them this movie about your life? Or would you feel slightly embarrassed? Because no one knows if you do a few less reps in the gym. No one knows if you have a cheat meal. No one knows how long you're scrolling on social media or how long you are watching all these YouTube videos. The only person that knows is you. You know. And that's why every single thing that you do when no one is watching is either building your confidence or destroying your confidence. And that's why this point is so closely related to you following through on your word. Because leadership is not built in public. It's not built when everyone is watching. It is built in these type of moments. These moments where no one is watching. In the darkness. Are you still showing up for yourself? This is where self-leadership shows up. In the moments where you do not want to do it. Because no one will know how much hours you put into something, how much attention to detail, how much effort you put in, that you did those extra reps at the gym. No one knows these things, but you know this. And that's why all of these things, they are building your character. You become the embodiment of this standard, and you are carrying that energy with you when you are also leading other people. And that's why this type of self-leadership is crucial when you want to become the most powerful leader possible in your life. The third one is, do you have a clear direction in life? You are the captain of your ship. And this doesn't mean that you have to know every single current and wave and storm that you will come across, but you need to know what is the direction that we're going into. What is the island that we're sailing towards? And if you look at your life right now, are you the captain of your ship? Are you the one behind the wheel? Or are you letting all the waves and the storms push and pull you into directions that you do not even want to go into? And this is what happens when someone lacks clarity in life. And that's why clarity is foundational. Clarity is something that grounds you. And when you are lacking clarity or you're lacking connection to your clarity, that means that you start to become busy. You start to become reactive to life, to every single thing that's happening, because you're not grounded in your own direction. So everything pulls you and pushes you off your own center, of your own grounding. And that's why clarity is the one thing that I work on with every single client. It doesn't matter how much success they've created in their life. Every single time I work on the topic of clarity. This is the most obvious one, but it's also the most overlooked one. Because when you look at your life, do you have clarity on the goals that you're after? Do you know the metrics that you're measuring? Do you have a clear plan in place on how you're working towards these goals? Are you working on these goals on a daily basis? What kind of values do you want to live into? Do you know the characteristics of the man that you know you want to become? And are you consistently living into those values and characteristics of this man? And these are just a few questions. And I would highly recommend to simply pause the video and answer these questions for yourself, because this grounds you into your truth and your clarity. This type of clarity will give you confidence. Clarity breeds confidence. And I'm also going to say something contradicting, because you don't need to have perfect clarity to start moving forward, to start leading and guiding the ship and leading your life. You need to have the foundational clarity. And that's why the fourth point that I wanted to share with you when it comes to self-leadership, the thing that you must master is, are you the one stepping into uncertainty first? Leadership isn't built from the man that waits for permission, or from the one that waits until he has all the clarity and then he takes a step forward. A leader walks into uncertainty first. And that's why the question that is very important is, what are you waiting for? If I would ask you, what are your goals and your dreams? You do have some feelings. You do have some visions and some answers. You would love to start this project. You would love to pursue this dream. You would love to quit your job and go into the entrepreneurial route. You would love to move to a different country. There are all these things that you know you want to be doing. Maybe you want to start content creation. Why haven't you started yet? And maybe your answers are related to all kinds of conditions, requirements, and we can also call them excuses of why you haven't done it yet. I need more money first. I need the certification first. I need more knowledge. I need more clarity first. I need to have a clear plan. Or I need to set clear goals. I need to have a better network. I need to move to a different country. And I can go on and on and on about all the things that you think you need before you can start. I need more confidence. I need to get rid of the fear. I need to feel ready. I need to feel more motivated. I don't need to be this lazy. Whatever the stories are. And I'm here to tell you that all of them are bullshit. All of them are complete lies. You have everything that you need to get started. All these conditions and requirements are in place to keep you safe. This is what your mind is doing. Your ego wants to protect you, and especially your self-image, because what if you take action without having all the answers? That would mean you might get hurt, you might fail, you might make a mistake, and you might be rejected. And to make matters even worse, what if other people will see that you don't know what you're doing yet? What if other people would see that you're starting out small, that you're making mistakes, that you're falling flat on your face? Like, we don't want that to happen, so let me create all this certainty first, and then we move. But when you look at leaders, are leaders the ones that move when they have all the certainty? Like, these are usually the ones that are leading without having all the answers. They are not leading from a place of fear, they are leading from a place of courage. And courage means that you do not have all the answers. And that's why you want to, whatever the dream is, whatever the goal is, you want to experience it as fast as possible. When you want to get into content creation, don't do research. Create your video as fast as possible and post it. This is what you want to lean into. Fail fast. Make mistakes. Get rejected. Like, these are the things you want to even look for as a leader, because these are the things that will shape you. These things, they will hold the most powerful lessons for you in your development as a leader. And this is why I always keep this thing front of mind for myself, because I'm a big overthinker. Action breeds clarity. This is the one thing that I remind myself of so much, because we all want more and more and more clarity. And yes, this foundational clarity is important. You need to have some kind of direction. But I also know that whenever I'm moving, whenever I'm taking action, I'll receive the answers that I need. It's not about having all the answers. It's about being courageous enough to lead with the answers that you have. The last thing is, can people lean on you when chaos happens? Are you a rock that people can lean on when adversity happens? And this one is referring to how grounded you are and also how emotional stable you are. Because one thing that I can guarantee you is that life will hit you hard. Life will hit all of us hard with adversity, with unexpected circumstances, with death of a loved one, you name it, with illness. Like, we will experience these things. You will experience the full range of emotions, what it means to be human in this world. Now, the question is, how do you respond to this? And this is also what will determine how powerful you are as a leader, or where there might be some room for development. And this is where I thought that I was a powerful leader. I thought, well, I'm stoic, I'm emotional stable, I did all this inner work, so I have this self-awareness, I faced the inner demons and the shadows, so like, I can handle whatever life throws at me. And this is at least what I thought, until I got ill for the second time in my life. And this was the last time I got ill, and this moment completely destroyed me. Like, I wish I could tell you that, oh man, when I faced this illness, like within a few weeks, I was able to ground myself back and blah, blah, blah. Like, none of that happened. Like, it completely destroyed me. I lost everything. And the most dangerous thing that I lost was my sanity. Like, the mental and emotional suffering that I was going through, like, I was a victim. I was hopeless. I didn't see any light at the end of the tunnel. I was so negative. I did not know how to get out of this. And the dangerous thing is, with those type of experiences, it is justified. Well, look at my circumstances. Look at the illness that I'm having. Like, of course, I'm going to be acting this way. But is this really the leader that you want to be in life? And is this the leader that I want to be in life? And it took me 1.5 years of going through this hell and mental emotional suffering before I finally learned the lesson that my circumstances do not define me. I can choose who I'm being in my circumstances. The circumstances is something that I do not have control over. But the thing that I can choose, the decisions that I can make, are related to who I'm being in my circumstances. And we can hear this lesson and think, oh yeah, I can choose who I'm being in my circumstances. But how about when you're faced with that kind of adversity in life? Are you still able to choose who you are being? And this is where I wasn't initially. I wasn't able to. But this is also where I see these experiences in life, I see them as a gift. And that's why I also mentioned in the last point, you need to walk into uncertainty first as a leader. Because this adversity, this pressure, this uncertainty, you must experience this, because this is shaping you. This is how you are becoming the man that you know you could be. It's through this pressure. You must experience this on a consistent basis. And with you walking into the uncertainty, you're choosing your battles. You're choosing the uncertainty, which is a little easier, but also life will throw a lot of shit at you. And how do you respond to this? Like, these are the moments where you get to build that character and build that leader. And actually, and this is what I believe in general, is I want certain circumstances to kind of destroy you, to completely knock you down. Because when you build yourself up from that place, you become so powerful in life. And I know, because right now I know I'm far from perfect when it comes to leadership. And I know there will be so many circumstances that will happen that I'm not able, or maybe I'm not sure if I'm able to handle those kind of circumstances. I know that life will knock me down completely, multiple times. And I also know that this is necessary, because when you look at all the leaders currently online that are portraying this beautiful, perfect life, I don't care about that perfect life that they're living and how they're leading when everything is going right. I want to see them under pressure. I want to see those type of leaders, how are they operating when they are challenged, maybe by an individual or by life. Because that's when the real version and the real leader comes out. So this is where you don't want to judge yourself based on what kind of leader am I when everything is going right. What kind of leader are you when it comes to your self-leadership when adversity happens, when everything is going wrong, nothing is going as planned? How are you still leading your life like that? Because there are people that start to react to life. They start to become aggressive. Maybe they start screaming and cursing and raising their voice. And these are not the type of people that you want to follow. But what about the people that stay calm and grounded? Like, these are the ones that I want to follow. That stay calm, grounded in adversity, that are still showing courage, moving into that uncertainty regardless of the circumstances, that are grounded in their truth, in who they are being. Like, these are the people that I know I can trust. These are usually not the loudest individuals. They are the calmest, the ones that are the most grounded. So this is also what you want to be cultivating in yourself. And this doesn't mean that you become emotionless, that you don't have any emotions, because having these emotions is part of our human experience. I also believe that it is powerful as a leader to experience these emotions. Like, it's that connection that you have with other people, with yourself, with life. Like, I also wouldn't trust a robot or anything like that. Someone that doesn't have any emotions because he wants to be stoic. Like, I believe real stoicism and real mastery is that you are aware of all the emotions that are going on inside of you. You see and experience everything that's happening. You feel the shame, you feel the anger, you feel the hurt, you feel the sadness. But you are able to ground yourself again and make a powerful decision and grounded decision moving forward. I believe this is what real mastery is. You're still human. It's okay to have these experiences. It's okay that something knocks you off your center and knocks you off your grounding. But how fast are you able to navigate back to center? This is where the real mastery is. So these are the 5 areas that you must master when it comes to your self-leadership. So I would ask the same question again. Are you someone that you would follow? Are you right now a type of leader that you would follow? And these 5 areas and these 5 questions that I gave you really give you some direction when it comes to the areas that you want to master to develop this self-leadership. So thank you for watching.